The headline question for this video is equity united or divided?
Nigel.cecil, calling things out as you like it, especially for his fair-minded friends.
Hello Chakabatis, welcome. Thank you for joining me, moi, Nigel.cecil, responding as I invariably endeavour to do to you, my viewers, and also trying to include in these videos your comments, views, observations and questions sent in to moi, and then adding into the mix my experience and my comments so that collectively together we may be able to stimulate more informed discussion about the issues involved. Now, and they sometimes drift from show business to equity to all sorts of things. It's your choice as my viewers. So thank you to Paul for getting in touch, because Paul raised the question for this video by referencing us to an article written by Craig Simpson and published in the Telegraph newspaper last Saturday afternoon, the 23rd of March. And the question that Paul sent in was, is equity united or divided? Equity, the trade union for professional actors, variety entertainers and other creatives across the United Kingdom. Now, how does that question arise from Craig's article in the Telegraph? Well, Hilary has kindly left me some notes, haven't you, Hilary? Thank you. And the headline for that article, Actors Union accused of straying from purpose by sending money to Gaza. It also referenced the fact that some members were apparently unhappy because they thought that equity was straying into irrelevant activities, quoting that sources within equity have complained that the Brighton branch have used funds to send a small donation to support Red Cross charities in Palestine territories. And according to the minutes, assurances were given that not a sou of the money would go to Israel. Now, what do you think about that? Please email in and let me know. But also, what do you think I'm now going to be talking about? It's not going to be Israel, Palestine, or Gaza. Why? Because I'm one of those who believe that equity, a trade union, should be primarily focusing on professional issues, workers' issues in the workplace. And so as such, those issues which I've just referenced really should be left to your own personal, private capacity, what you do in the outside world. But I'll leave that with you, because you're welcome to come back and tell me what you think. So what is it that I, as an entertainment entrepreneur, have spotted that actually has me, yes, is equity united or divided? It's that last reference in Craig's article. Apparently, according to the minutes. Has Craig and the Telegraph seen the minutes of that branch meeting? What does that say to you? Because surely trade union issues, workers, self-employed sole traders coming together to discuss issues member to member within the trade union should stay within the trade union, shouldn't they? Because if I went to a meeting and said, well, I'd just like to tell everybody that agent down there in that club, they rip us all off. They don't pay us. Or that theatre, well, when you go there, you're treated like, well, the worst Uber drivers possible. They don't care. Now, if that information, whilst I've conveyed it sincerely to other trade union equity members, what happens if it gets out into the public domain? They're going to say, that guy there, he's just a troublemaker. Have you heard what he's saying in equity? So for moi, the minutes should be sacrosanct within equity. But then, you then have to set the other side of the equation, because it's a sincerely held belief now that an ever-growing number of members are saying, we want our equity back. I want my equity back. Why? Because equity is being perceived as being driven by a small group of members. I mean, the whole council was only elected with 4%, 5% of the membership, but a clique within the council, within Guildhouse in London, who are now driven by a political ideology, a radical, progressive, party political almost agenda, and that seeks to exclude all those voices who disagree. So when we come to a topic like making charitable donations, what happens if you disagree with that? How do you make that information available to the rest of the membership? Because within equity, it's fair to say there is no structure for doing this. So a council who is almost determined to ignore every view that doesn't fit in with their agenda, well, the rest of the members have no idea what's going on. So in those circumstances, is that an exception that proves the rule? That you have to go to the national press and say, we need to get through to the membership what is going on. Now, I'm leaving those thoughts with you because I'd like you to come back to moi and let me know what you think, because we have a part 2 to this video, because also that article publishes equity's response, and that in itself raises issues to be discussed. So please join me again, and remember, the question for this video is equity united or divided? I hope we may all find a way to come together. As some equity members have said, we want our equity back. I want my equity back. Equity representing everyone equally and fairly. Thank you. Please join me again.
We want our equity back. I want my equity back. Share if you care.
You may join Madhav Sharma for a Chinwag on YouTube. The link is in the video notes.